Welcome back. Peace and blessings, everyone. Welcome back to the channel for all peoples. This is Brother Henry Hank, Soul Conscious, number 4440 or 4400. Peace and blessings to all mankind, every man, woman, and child, every walk of life, ages, and backgrounds. Peace and blessings to humanity in general, bright, mentellect, black, Asian, Latino. We're continuing our mini series about some of the reasons why people choose to date inside or stay neutral or outside of their culture or race. This is part two. Please check the channel or channels for part one. If you need additional help, you can comment or email to me, and I'll try to resend you the link or help you. The link is crystal fine. I checked it, it does work, but if you have technical difficulties, reach out to the station. Continuing from where we left off, I'm going back to this survey that I used in part one from Pew Research, because I don't want people to think I'm lying or making stuff off the top of my head. I can support what I'm sharing with empirical evidence. So continuing, no offense whether we have preferences or not, or you're neutral like me. Basically, not, crab in the barrel syndrome is another reason. Blacks, Hispanics, Latinos, some Asians, and even some poor whites. Because certain parts of American society we're still mistreated, or there's double standards or stereotypes against us, or we're ostracized in certain ways. So a lot of us, we get tired of that, and as a means of, pardon me, as I bumped into something by accident, excuse me. But anyway, continuing, so part of the reason is because we are ostracized. We some of us may react by saying, to heck with this, I'm tired of the same old, same old. Another thing is that on both sides, both genders, the men and the women, what's been a rising trend in some segments in American society, particularly among black men and women, Latinos, Asians, or Hispanics, and even some poor whites, is that a lot of them are fed up with the attitudes and the same old from within their own culture, race. So a lot of them feel that in order to get a taste of something new, they need to expand their horizons, date out, explore other options. In addition, a lot of black and Latino men have stated over the years that they feel underappreciated by the women of their culture, race. So a lot of them may choose to date white or Arab or Asian or other women to explore their other options, because as well, and some black and Latino women have expressed the same as well. So it's an interesting dynamic, the way how things are changing. But just as a polite warning, like I said in part one, regardless whether you choose to date various people, whether you prefer to stay within your own culture or race, for the most part, you prefer to date out, or a combination, or you're fairly neutral like me. Uh, just to point out that it's not fair. Like, I would never say, if I chose to date out, that that I would put down my whole race or condemn all the women or men of my race just because I chose to date out or they chose not to, or they're neutral. That's the difficult choice or option that every person has to make on their own, usually. I mean, it's good to get advice and research information from others, but in the end, you still have to make that difficult choice for the most part on your own. Friends and relatives and people that you trust, or counselors or advisors, they can help you along and give you advice and statistics, facts, or share information. But in the end, you still have to make that difficult call yourself. And I respect that, because that's a difficult call for a lot of us. Some of us, it may be not difficult, some may, but me personally, I prefer to stay with my own black, Latino, or mixed black sisters. But because of the shortage of decent mates in the so-called black or Latino African American community in America, in order to find a decent Asian, black, or black mixed or Latina sister, I'm going to have to most likely go outside the country because, unfortunately, like a lot of men already know, unfortunately, a lot of Americanized women, and this goes across the board of all cultures or races, even though, unfortunately, black and Latina women, they get it the most because there's a higher percentage of them that some argue. But regardless whether you agree or that or not, American women in general, compared to the women of other parts of the world, a lot of them have negative or nasty attitudes anyway, and that goes for some white women because even though I don't date white women, but I've worked with some white women from time to time where I've bumped into some on occasion that have nasty attitudes too, as well as Asian women. So you have some of that in every culture race. So with that being said, the crab in the barrel syndrome is another factor. Well, I'm going to be continuing with more reasons. Go back over this part 1 and 2. I'm going to be giving more reasons as we continue this mini series. Like, share, subscribe, click the bell button. Even if these channels aren't for you, it may be a benefit to someone else. If you have a positive cause or endeavor or channel or something involved in individually, collectively, let me know. And if you like, I'll do the same for you. Positivity over negativity. Think right, reflect right, live right, do right, be right. All the best in life. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I will catch you guys on the fly in the next video. Peace, 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 peace.